Hello, welcome back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast for another match day watch along. This time, Arsenal aren't involved in the game. It involves the title race, but Arsenal obviously aren't involved. We are continuing until it's mathematically impossible, and the title race is done and dusted. We are to continue being glutton for punishment here on the channel and praying for a miracle. Don't like it, but it is the situation we're now currently in. And we are covering the Man City versus Leeds game. It's a 3 o'clock kickoff here in the UK. I'm watching it live on the UK TV. Yay! Positives from a posh twat getting his crown today. Oh dear, it is what it is though. Obviously, De Bruyne, who was injured, he's now fully fit and ready for today's game. And Pep proved me wrong. He was arrogant. He went full arrogant mode on midweek against West Ham and rested Edison and putting Odega in. And even then, that was a risk, as we saw a few times. He fluffed his lines and got away with it because of the team around him and the team they were playing. And suddenly he realised, yeah, you're shit, Edison. No matter what, you're back in goal. Talking of shit goalkeepers, Leeds United's Big Sam. Big Sam back. Lump it to Bamford, man. Lump it to Bamford. He's in charge today. He's compared himself up to the levels of Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp and Mikel Arteta. And he's dropped his first big call today was dropping the goalkeeper I've been calling out for seems like forever from a neutral point of view, for 2.5 years nearly. Meslier has been dropped to the bench and Joel Lopez has been promoted to the starting lineup. They've gone for it is technically a 5 at the back with Luke Ayling and I didn't see who it was. They're playing wing backs, but we know what's going to happen. Bamford starting at all. We know what the plan is. There's 4 games left. They have to. I'm hoping he isn't going to have this mindset where there's 3 other winnable games, possibly, but more winnable than this. Let's bypass this and just let him have to win basically, because I'll be pissed. But we know the tactic will be literally sit back, soak it up, and when you get the chance, just lump it long to Bamford. Oh dear, you gotta laugh. If you don't laugh, you fucking cry. Put it this way, especially with an Arsenal fan at the moment, situation, because we are literally in this situation of we have to hope other teams do us a favour. What could go wrong there at this stage of the season? Oh dear. The link, please. I will send you the link. I'll put it in the chat so it's easier. No messing about then. Going back and forth, Twitter and this, that, and the other. Oh dear God. Gundogan's captain today, and he's basically just told he's did what's embarrassing for Arsenal is what he's just done in terms of dinner, team huddle before kickoff and all that. Is totally fine for him for Man City because it's Man City. Did a team huddle and basically said no mercy. Basically said no mercy today. We get them from the start. Let's go. And now they're doing a national anthem bullshit. Be interesting. Well, you know what? I might even stick around for 5:30 after the game. I might even stick around talking a lot of nonsense about what happens in this game. Talking a lot of nonsense just to see Anfield crowd boo and jeer the national anthem. I mean, yeah. I mean, I know there's no atmosphere there, but fuck me, even the players are like, do we have to? Fans are literally. There's a few fans with miming it, and others are standing around like, seriously. That's no matter what the media might tell you that day, with the turnout of the crowds and all that, down in London and down the parade and all that. Nah, he ain't wanted. He ain't the people's king. Put it that way. And she ain't the king. She ain't no one's queen. Like Princess Anne has put it bluntly to her face. You ain't no queen. No matter what my brother does, you ain't the queen. You are the Queen's consort. Like it or not, lump it. Jon, Kevin, Augustin says Nemeth as well. Big up Nemeth. McConnell's in the chat as well. Says, wow, already comparing Haaland to the top 10 strikers on that YouTube Sky channel. And we're underway. Here we go. I've sent Tom, the link is there in the chat. If it's not working, let me know. Let's say that. Oh, go. Say what the fuck? I was literally about to say this before you came up on the screen. What on earth? How did he get my link? How you doing anyway, the empty head?
I'm all right, yeah. I'm all right.
So, Big Sam, lump it long to Bamford and no Meslier in goal. What are you? How's this going to go down today?
Deep down, we all know how it's going to go, don't we? But I think it's fair to say that if the result goes the way that none of us expect,
oh, love you forever.
Big Sam might become King Sam.
This is lost Charlie boy, yeah.
As you were discussing, a lot of people do not recognise that individual as their king, despite the fact that he is. And I'm not saying that to antagonise anyone, because I'm particularly not a fan of them. But people that are, and that's up to them, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It. Each to know, and everyone has. If we all had the same mindset, it'd be a fucking very boring lifestyle. Put it that way.
Yeah, I'm not just saying that because I'm actually live on the internet either. Like,
I know
genuinely,
that.
I believe. I find it quite abhorrent that they are harbouring a suspected paedophile. Sorry for your child. P word. Sorry.
P word. Could you come after me now?
P word. My apologies. But people work for YouTube probably know the news. God, I'm gonna get Gary thrown off YouTube, and oh God,
me thrown off YouTube for what sounds of it.
Yeah. No, but in all seriousness, I did say suspected. Okay.
Yeah, he did say suspected. Yeah.
It's a key distinction.
Alleged, suspected. As long as you use them words, you should be okay.
You can say whatever you want, really, as long as you say alleged legally. I mean,
yeah,
supposedly. I'm just trying to take my mind off of the fact my team's probably going to get murdered, eviscerated.
You never know. You might just do, like it says, Big Sammy's tactic is sit behind the ball, soak up the pressure, and lump it up top to the big man. Every down then.
He does make me laugh, and it's one of these things where he is a dinosaur in footballing terms, clearly.
Yeah, he had his time and all that, yeah.
But he does say things where I sit there and I'm like, you're not entirely wrong, but I know how it's going to get spun. Like when he was saying, people say his football is boring, and he went, I'm not getting the exact quote, but he was like, so why is it then when one of my teams boots the ball forward, the striker heads it on to the other striker, and he finishes it with a volley, why does everyone stand up and clap if it's that bad?
Because the base of the sporting media and all that, and they're all used to fucking the tiki-taka cup at Pep's installed.
That's his point. Yeah, that's the point he's making. Like, why is there only one way to play football?
Because let's be honest, when George Graham was in charge of Arsenal, the way we played was literally not completely similar, but along the lines of what Sam Allardyce has been using his entire career. That's what got him up with Bolton and all them and kept him in the league as well. Let's not forget that. But yeah, because obviously
it's similar to Dyche. Everyone praises Dyche for Dyche ball and keeping Burnley up as long as he did. But what was he doing that Allardyce didn't? You do what you have with the players you have, surely.
Yeah.
If he tried to play tiki-taka with the Burnley players that he had, people are going to say, oh, Burnley are doing well in the Championship. Now, Sean Dyche's Burnley did well in the Championship. That's the difference in the level between the two leagues. But if he played tiki-taka, he would have been relegated long before he was actually relegated.
On day one. Hi.
Yeah, basically, because he would have tried to pass the ball out from the back, would have been immediately dispossessed, and it had been 1-0 whoever the other team was.
What was it? Yeah, because what was it years ago when under Tony Mowbray under West Brom when he was a West Brom manager? The only season he was being a Premier League manager, he came up with West Brom playing a certain way and thought he could play that way, tiki taka wise, not probably tiki taka, but of his mindset, and got found out and actually got obliterated week in week out.
Yeah.
And eventually, other managers coming up after that realised they need to sort of adapt their team and all that to the league to survive and sort of sustain themselves as a Premier League club before they flesh things out. But hey, it is what it is. As I say, to me, because obviously Wenger started it obviously all them years ago with his with the team he had at Arsenal, but then obviously Pep's come along and took it to another level with his Barcelona ethos of the Johan Cruyff. He's touched on the Johan Cruyff mindset. And yeah, everyone's spoilt now. They all expect everyone to play the same bloody tiki-taka, left, right, and centre. Like, it ain't going to work like that. Because other teams because the teams that haven't got that budget and then bring in them sort of bring in any sort of play on a certain budget, if they're expected to play a certain way of tiki-taka and they're not used to that or whatever, the managers in charge don't. Like, it's like you're hard into nothing, especially if you're going toe to toe playing tiki taka against an established team like Pep with Man City or what Arteta's building at Arsenal, Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp. You'll get absolutely found out within 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's basically it. And what Chris Nix is saying is right as well.
Yeah.
It's a very big six mindset of everyone should play attack. It's like because you were institutionally prepared to do it. It's you ingrained in your club over years of income and investment can afford to have the players to play the attacking football.
Yeah.
But you get that through long-term success. You're going to say your club isn't long-term successful, but I mean in terms of like, for say one season, you're always in Europe, you're always in the top 10.
Yeah.
And there is a statistical advantage income-wise that comes with that, which affords you to then get the players to play the way that
you want to play. Yeah.
Attractive.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, because again, when Arsene Wenger obviously left us or whatever back in 2018, and Unai Emery came in, there was a complete contrast in terms of how Unai Emery plays. Sets his teams up. It's a complete contrast to what the Arsenal fan base had come accustomed to under Wenger. So it's like, this ain't the Arsenal. It goes back to that. This ain't the Arsenal way. We are used to this attack, free flowing football. But again, it's just everyone has the same mindset. Give the guy a chance. And look what he's doing at Villa now. Oh, he's only just arrived there, but he's actually gone off. Licked his wounds after what happened at Arsenal. Went to Villarreal, did what he did. Rebuilt his confidence. He's got. If anything, if you look at the team that you had at Arsenal that season and a half he was with us, that's a far better team than what he's got with Villa. And look what he's doing with them. He's taken from literally 3 points off relegation to I think they're currently in the Europa League spot or Conference League spot, one of the two.
He won't be their manager this time next year, though. I'm pretty sure.
Oh no, but my point is obviously. Look, he had a far better team when he was at Arsenal, and our fan base was like too quick to judge his playing style because they're so accustomed to a certain way. Whereas Aston Villa, the fans are more acclimatizing to what his game is because.
Oh, we've made it to the 10th minute.
Yep, so far so good.
Chelsea have scored at Bournemouth. Chelsea have scored.
Oh my God, it's a miracle. Will it count though? Or was VAR going to rule it out, I hope?
Typical Bournemouth. Turn up last Sunday, play like Barcelona, and today, absolutely
also it's Conor Gallagher as well, bloody hell. But also you've got to remember it's Chelsea. It doesn't mean that they're going to win. In how many games has Lampard been in charge? They've scored now 3 times in what? Double-figured games now in all comps. And they've lost every single time.
So Chelsea have got 32 goals. Is that right? Or
So, between their
Christ.
something like
They scored over 10 goals more than them. It's disgusting.
look at how much money they're spent in their attack.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, Wolves are winning 1-0. Gomez has scored, and Chelsea scorer Gallagher.
Yeah. Oh, Wolves have got the Midlands derby as well. Ooh.
Yep.
Come on, Palace.
Spurs are still 0-0 against Palace. And to be fair, there's actually not much going on live right now in football world because I believe the Football League ends tomorrow.
Yeah, because Championship, League One, League Two, all in tomorrow on the same day. And would have been obviously normally would have been today, but obviously with the King's coronation, everything got sort of adjusted. So we say.
I will say though, even tempting fate, I'm very impressed with Leeds United at the moment because we've managed to get a possession percentage as high as 20%.
Woo!
So thrilled really because I thought it'd be a lot lower. So.
I mean, yeah.
To be fair, Nem, if it took you 34 minutes to get a penalty against us, so...
He's taking the piss because we know it's coming. Right. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Right.
We know.
I'll just give it back.
We all know it's coming.
All right, Chris is probably right. I just knew it weren't today.
Championship
Monday. Is it League One tomorrow and then Championship?
Might be League One. Yeah, definitely League One tomorrow. Then yeah, because Ipswich and Plymouth obviously promoted, and the playoff spot needs to be dealt with, don't they? Oh, Hips are 1-0 up apparently against whoever they're playing.
Yeah, League One are tomorrow. Championship is Monday, and League Two is Monday.
Oh, okay. Back holiday, isn't it? So more football. Yeah.
Back holiday.
Yeah, so they sort of spread it out. Fair enough.
This Monday is the extra bank holiday.
Yeah, the extra one for the UK. If anyone's not used to UK custom. Normally in the UK, in May, you get the first weekend of May and the last weekend of May of bank holidays. But obviously, with what's happening this weekend, they've got an extra one as well, thrown in the top. That's Mr. Bung's coming. What's cooking? I'm good. Hope you're good as well. Thanks see you for a couple of streams, my friend. Hope we keeping well and all that. Not getting too many KFCs.
No such thing as too many KFCs.
No, it's like every time he pops in, he literally pops in and goes, just been to KFC and I've got this deal or that, this and that. And there's like, I think one time YouTube banned his old account apparently, just because he was promoting KFC by saying he'd got an order doing some food from KFC.
That's the thing. Oh my god!
Apparently, that's what happened to Mr.
No, not I'm disbelieving it. It's more the
the fact that YouTube had a complaint about it.
Yeah, basically. So I know he'd been commenting about it before, but obviously I didn't know the backstory to any of it.
Double down, I miss it, says Chris.
Apparently, the town I live in, Canning Town, is one of the few towns in England that actually does the double down with bacon.
Oh, okay.
Because obviously for halal reasons, they generally don't serve it with bacon.
And Colonel's on attack, isn't it? Leeds having a universe somewhere.
Oh, imagine my shock. Imagine my shock that Nightman Nemeth and Colonel Ward are trying to double team me like something you would find on a site that rhymes with horn rub.
Oh my days! I was going to say though before I took completely off the football topic, but obviously anyone that lives in the UK that's older, I found mine on Tom's age or a bit younger. Gladiators is coming back to the BBC this summer. They're after it was on RTV back in the day, back in the 90s. It's on RTV. It's a big thing, Saturday night family show and all that. Gladiators. Then it went. Then it came back. It came back can't think, early 2000s it was, and the Sky.
Yeah,
Sky
with
won it for a
Ian
couple of
Wright.
years. Ian Wright and
Ian
Kirsty
Wright
Gallagher.
and Kirsty Gallagher. Very good, very good.
Yeah, for a couple, they had the rights for a couple of years, and then because it's Sky, they messed it up basically and lost the rights to that, and it's never not been back since. And then what was it last summer? BBC bought the rights for it, and now it's back. But guess who's the host? You thought Ian Wright was a bad host for Gladiators. Guess who's the host now? Is
Oh, let me have a guess. It's BBC. It's obviously going to be Jermaine Genus.
no, not a footballer. He normally works for he normally works for ITV.
Normally works for ITV.
On a quiz show.
Is it Ben Shepherd?
No. Bradley Walsh.
Bradley Walsh. I knew it one or two. I knew it one or two. Tenable, not tenable. With the
Chase.
Like the arcade machines. Yeah.
Chase and the start of it. I know what you're on about. Yeah, Tipping Point.
It's like Tipping Point. That's it. Because the only show on earth where you will ever hear the phrase lateral movement.
Yep.
Where I just sit there and I'm like, if I could throttle him, I would. But apparently, he's genuinely a nice man, Ben Shepherd. To be fair to him,
yeah.
I know that. I know it should be shocking because obviously most TV stars are actually dicks behind scenes. But apparently, Ben Shepherd, not a dick. Very nice man. Actually wants contestants.
Good save for my bells. See, if Miss Joe's in goal, that'd be 1-0. Whatever floats your boat, Nemeth. Whatever floats your boat. And also says Jet must be 80 years old. I remember, yeah, Jet. Was it Jet? You had Jet, Hunter, Scorpio, Wolf, Hunter. I'm trying to think now. That's going back way years and years and years. I'm trying to jog my memory now. Ace, I think there was the one called Ace, the original year. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my Saturday. To be honest, that as a kid growing up, that was my Saturdays. Literally, called about 7 after whatever it was. Literally, bang in front of the TV and just sit there, even through the ad break for that hour and a half or whatever. Yeah, Sky really fucked it up. They had a gem and they screwed it straight from the off. They did the initial series was literally like their own gladiators and all that, and this, that, and the other. They did celebrity specials as well. And then because it wasn't doing well in numbers or whatever, they decided to do a legendary gladiators versus their crop basically. And then they brought in the Wolfman guy for the Wolf or whatever you called it, as the coach and all that. It's just like they made a soap opera out of it, basically.
They need to bring back Funhouse, damn it, Funhouse.
Yeah, Funhouse.
Sharp and his mullet.
Oh God, yeah, bloody hell.
And one more. Obviously, Neil Buchanan upstairs. Was it upstairs down? No, Finders Keepers.
Finders Keepers, yeah.
Yeah, and obviously Art Attack was fantastic, but that's not really a competition.
1-0. Gundogan with a goal. For fuck's sake, Leeds. 18 minutes. He lasted 18 minutes. So have a look. Make sure to see this. I don't know. I think saying goals been going in, but anyway.
19th minute apparently. That's unfortunate.
Strokes it in, and I was slagging off Misley and all that, and praising your goalkeeper today. He should have done better there, to be honest. In my opinion, he just sort of went to his knees and went, "Oh, it's gone in." God's sake, you had one job, one pissing job.
We can't even do jobs for ourselves, let alone other people.
No, that's what I'm saying for yourself. I mean, literally, I know it's Man City, but come on, you got 4 games. After today, you got 3 games left.
I told y'all when you was all like conjuring up reasons as to why Leeds might get something. I was like, no lads, don't delude yourself into thinking that something could happen. All right, because we lost to Bournemouth.
That was on your old manager though. He thought you'd think Big Sam would come in and like ramp things up a bit. Kind of saying they want to bring back Robot Wars. They brought that back a couple of years back, and BBC itself brought it back. And what was it? Dara, what's his name?
Circular lot.
Circular lot. They kept all the original robots in as well, like Matilda, Circular lot, and all that malarkey. But the host it went from the host of what was it? What's his name? The first time round it was Charles. I can't remember his name now.
Craig Charles.
Craig Charles, that's it. Craig Charles, and then obviously, when they brought it back, it was Dara O'Brien, and then that was 2-3 years, and then that it went again. So if they bring it back again for the third time, bloody hell! Holy cow! But yeah, it's exactly Chris, and that's coming. And considering Chris wants Man City to win the league and all that, that says a lot coming from him.
I tell you this though, we would have more chance of getting anything in this football match if we'd actually sent out the main robots from Robot Wars as our back four. Now someone's gonna say, "Oh no, they just have to put the ball about 4 feet in the air. The robot won't be able to reach it." Yeah, I know. I'm just joking, right? Make myself feel better for the fact. Nightman Nemeth has declared he hopes we go down. Oh my God! It's almost like he never thought that for the other 364 days this year, before he deluded himself that he was a Leeds fan for the day. Like, don't want you to be a Leeds fan for the day. Sod off. I've said my piece.
We're all Leeds fans for the day. I hope.
But no, I know you really fell, Nemeth. You ain't convincing me with. I had my fingers behind my back. I'm only joking, Mr. Tom. Bournemouth have scored though.
There you go. What did I say? What did I say? Just because Chelsea score, no matter when, that doesn't mean they're gonna win. It's Frank Lampard for fuck's sake as well.
It's like Nemeth's one of my arch rivals. It's fine. It's fine. I have about 15 of them, but you're near the top for now.
So the as it stands, table has now come up. Leeds are 17th still because of goal difference. I mean, they'd have to get pumped today basically to go into the bottom three. Put it that way.
Yeah, but if Everton get a point tomorrow,
then you drop in. Yeah.
Colonel, the reality is for every 5 ball touches, Leeds are 1 and Man City have 4. I mean, that's just math. But did you genuinely expect it to be different, Colonel? Did you expect us to come out like Barcelona? I want Haaland to get 20 as well, just so he can beat Dixie D.
Yeah, was it Mateus Venner for Bournemouth? He's whoever it is. He's the one that scored for them now.
So just the reality is, no matter what happens, I'll be back next season, and I'll be promoting Leeds in the Championship clearly, because I ain't staying in the Premier League if Leeds ain't. I'll be all like, I've got
You can do weekly such as Stefan. He's in Ipswich fan. They're in the Championship next season.
Yeah. Oh no. See, I realised I've got to go play Ipswich. It's like, it feels wrong.
You've gone for playing the mighty Arsenal and Man City and all that for a couple of years. Back to play almost 2-0, almost Haaland there, almost bloody hell. And Nemeth's now going goal. Is he goading nothing to full sense, or is it 2-0? Let's have a look.
Oh, no, he is trolling. Hibs are 2-0 up.
I was going to say.
I can't remember who he was playing for, but what a misfit indirectly referred to. Apparently, Jermaine Beckford once missed a sitter against Leeds, did the Leeds salute, and then immediately got took off by his manager.
Bloody hell.
Might not have been immediate, might have been at half time. But brilliant, brilliant.
All De Bruyne is done, apparently. This is the Arsenal misfit. That would be dang. Well, especially with Madrid. I look Madrid, haven't they? Yeah, midweek. Yay.
Well, I'm just saying, with if Arsenal fans had been kinder to me in the last month, then maybe I would have instructed Leeds players to make sure that certain Manchester City players did not make it off the pitch via their own walking. But you just didn't put me in that position, so I was just like, how fit do you want to be for the Real Madrid game, basically? I've got to admit, though, I'm surprised that we're nearly in the 30th minute and it's only 1-0. And I know that's tempting fate and it could go 2-0, but let's be fair, I was anticipating a cricket score. So
I think we all were, to be honest, even with Big Sam, let's be honest there.
Well, yeah, because... Do you know what upsets me about seeing Big Sam in the Leeds merch in the press conference? Like, people might think I'm a prick for saying this, but him wearing Leeds merch in a press conference feels dirty because it has big substitute T-shirt vibes to it.
Yeah, 2-0.
Wonderful.
Blame Nemeth and Arsenal misfit in the chat for giving it away, but yeah. Oh, getting poor goalkeeping and defending. What the fuck is going on? Oh, this is why I didn't want to do this today. This is why I didn't want to do this stream.
We're still on average to concede 10 goals, so masterclass from Big Sam.
I just feel like Big Sam's gone out today, even though there's 4 games to go. After this is 3. He probably thought, it's Man City, we're away. I know we need the points, but let's write it off, lads. Let's just go out there, give them the win.
He's using this as his live litmus test, where he can basically work out who he actually wants to go with for the next 3 games. Rather than just doing a training match.
Yeah.
In training, he's basically gone, we'll send you out against Man City, and whoever performs the least worst will be my guys going up against Newcastle.
Newcastle, oh my God.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
So what's your last Newcastle update? You've got Newcastle, who else?
West Ham away, Tottenham at home.
Well, you might get 6 points somewhere along the line. In the last 2 games. You might. I'm saying you might because it's West Ham and also it's Tottenham. Tottenham, that's just shit.
Deep down, though. I don't want to sound too defeatist. Yeah, I don't want to sound like ultra defeatist, but the reality is that I think it'd be delusional of me to sit here and say that we're probably not going to get relegated because it doesn't look good, does it?
No. I mean, you started off so well as well. Up to that foot, when I know they had the possession and all that. Majority, but they weren't doing nothing until the first goal. They weren't doing nothing to you, and as soon as that went in, you've got to win yourselves again.
We were doing well at Arsenal until you scored. We were doing well against Liverpool.
You're just forced to save. You literally just forced to save out of Edison. So there you go. There's a plus. Because otherwise, if you actually had a shot and you forced to save from the goalkeeper because you weren't expecting it.
Yeah, we've had a shot.
There you go. There's a positive.
Wow, Big Sam masterclass. I've had him all wrong.
The comeback's on somehow, even though he ain't scored.
Yeah. I'm just. It's all very
tongue in cheek, I know. Yeah,
we're all just. I don't know. It feels like I suppose I should just make the best out of the next 4 weeks or 4 games, because it might be a while before I get Premier League football again.
Nemeth saying this is all part of Big Sam's plan. Leeds will beat Manchester City in the second half, 1-0 and be 2-1 overall. Okay. That'll be our fucking luck. Give us the hope and then take it away in one hit. He's offside, surely. Oh, now you save it, don't you? Oh, you got beaten there, but you got your defender saved your ass there.
Got relegated when I was 19, promoted when I was about 30, not 19, like a lot older.
That's not 19, that's not a young chip anymore.
Yeah. Like my whole 20s were spent in the Football League, basically. And it's not a place I want to be again. But at the same time, I don't particularly want to be in the Premier League either, because it feels like you're just fodder for the Big Six. You exist just to give them someone to beat.
Yeah, it was McKennie with a shot as well, the header into the ground. It threw off the Edison, and you just thought, ooh, fuck. It does when you've got an owner as well at Leeds that just clearly doesn't know what he's doing in terms of recruitment and basically building on what you had when you first came up. And starting, yeah.
They all thought, oh, Dallas, this ain't Dallas' fault, but they're like, oh, Dallas, Ayling, Bamford, all outperforming themselves constantly. This is not going to drop. So let's just put players around them. It's like, no, they're the spine you need to actually replace.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like, yeah, you had your year where you gave them a chance to prove they're Premier League caliber footballers, and they did. But the problem is they're 17th, 20th.
God, Rob Ailes, you moron. I have a go at Mesley every week, yeah, but this guy, I know he hasn't played for since in a few years, but my God, he comes up for the ball and fucking drops it on his fucking defender's head. Literally. And almost gives away a third. Why did he sign this goalkeeper, by the way? Why?
Well, because we had to have a sub goalie.
Any goalies, surely. Anyone better than this guy.
Keep in mind, Meslier was meant to be our sub goalie, but we in the championship, obviously. But for anyone who didn't know, our goalkeeper in the championship under Bielsa was Bailey Peacock Farrell, who we then sold to Burnley.
Burnley, yeah.
Because Bielsa clearly wasn't a fan. And then we bought in the January transfer window. We bought in Casilla, who has Champions League winner medals for Real Madrid, but he probably played for them about 5 times.
It showed.
Liability basically. But in spite of him, we still managed to be at the top reaches of the championship. And then he got done on a racism charge. It was one of those. No one at the hearing actually proved that, or definitively. Eddie Nketiah was one of the witnesses.
Oh my God!
And it was basically a case of, from what I read, no one could prove they said it. But because the charge was levied against him, they banned him for 8 games anyway. And that's when we then put Meslier between the sticks. And he hadn't been out since.
Bloody hell. But again,
it seemed a bit conspiratorial at the time, because it was like, we're going into the running for the lockdown football, and it's like you've took a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Not that I'm justifying racism or anything, but the point was, no
just
one
a coincidence, basically. Yeah.
What he said.
Bit of a coincidence that it said it all. Yeah.
But the second he was found. He was banned for it. We basically were like, "You're never going to play for us again." I think he did play for us again, but again, similar like he played cup games. But it was very much saying, "No, we'd actually rather play a 19-year-old than a racist."
Yeah. But even then, again, with all due respect, you come up with that money as well, like the money you get from coming up as well. You can't say that in that time, especially in the time you've been in the league as well. You could have gone out and used that money wisely to go and get an experienced head in between the sticks. Because again, that's a lot of pressure to put on the kid. And then there's times where it's getting found out too often, where it's costing you He's not the only one, obviously. It's costed points, but he's the last man and all that. Yeah.
The thing is like the first year he was really good because he's people may not know, but he's actually the record holder for the most clean sheets for a teenager in the Premier League. Because he got like 12 or something in the first season, which is obviously like more than who's the goalkeeper for Man City? Joe Hart.
Yeah.
And last year he had the most saves out of any goalkeeper. But this year it's just goals have rained in.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just unfortunate.
Especially in the last month and a half or so, yeah. Since
I'm hoping that all the teams that have been sniffing around, like linked with him, haven't watched Leeds for the last month.
Yeah.
Because then we might be able to fleece someone with some money. Well, we're now going down to 18% possession. So
just as you'd expect with City at home and all that, but yeah. So it's just again, you look at it. Just even at you go 1-0 down and now 2-0 down. It's typical Sam Allardyce tactics here. It's literally just every man behind the ball and occasionally attack, but literally just get everyone behind the ball and defend as a unit basically for straight. Throw your bodies on the line. Kennel said, I said 6-3 at full time. It's not full time. Oh, I don't know. Oh dear.
I don't know what's going on.
I know Chelsea ain't winning, so that's a plus. Yeah, current scores is obviously this one's 2-0. Bournemouth are 1-1. Spuds versus Palace is 0-0. And Wolves are beating Aston Villa 1-0. And Liverpool v Brentford is at 5:30, which is going to be very interesting before kick-off. When literally every man and child and woman in that stadium is going to boo and jeer the national anthem. Because
I don't agree with the booing it.
I don't agree with it, but obviously you know it's happening. We know what Liverpool's mindset is.
Like, I'm not going to get on my soapbox, but I think something Jurgen Klopp said about when it happened at Wembley was interesting. It was like, instead of having a go at them for booing it, and I'm not saying that they should be, I'm not applauding them or anything, but look at why they're booing it. Understand why they're booing it. And maybe not do things that make people in your country boo the national anthem, maybe. I don't know.
I know.
But I don't agree with them booing it. I personally think just don't sing it, don't acknowledge it, or be polite. But then a lot of people say protests shouldn't be polite. So I'm just a guy that clicked a YouTube link. I'm no social expert.
What was it? This morning, literally, there's reports that six people been arrested as they got out their car because they turned up in terms of doing silent protesting against the monarchy now, but basically like banners saying "Not our king" and all that. And as they get out of the car, police will notice them. What's your banner? Oh, okay, you're arrested. But what? 50+ people sneaked through that system apparently and did their protest anyway. But if it's silent, as long as it's respectful and not causing any anarchy within the crowd, and they're just getting their point across, leave them to it.
I don't agree with "not our king" as a statement because it's not.
Because obviously he
is. I mean, it's like when Americans say "not my president." It's like you have a voting system.
Yeah.
And the fact is, you're meant to respect the outcome of the vote. That's the point of it. Is that you all get a vote.
I think the main reason behind the whole "he's not our king" sort of thing goes back to the situation with Diana. The fact that obviously got with her, married her, even when he was engaged to her and having this affair with the woman he's now with, by the way.
Yeah.
proclaimed, no, I'm going to have a mistress, no matter, I'm not going to be the first Prince of Wales not to have a mistress and all that. Continued to have an affair, and then completely drove Diana at the wall in terms of mentally and all that. And even when they divorced, causing anarchy, and then literally, we don't know what happened in terms of obviously Diana itself, and in the end, I mean, only the people in the know. But anyway, the whole treatment of Diana, and then obviously years after her passing, deciding to not even years within how long, not long after her passing, the funeral and all that, deciding to have an open relationship that the whole world knows of now because it's open with the woman you had an affair with that caused this whole situation in the first place. Oh, and then a few years later you get married to her, and now you've gone against your own mother's wishes as well, because obviously it 6 months before she passed last year. She made an announcement that obviously when the time comes that Charles becomes king, that obviously Camilla will be consort queen, not the full title queen, just a consort. Obviously she's passed and all that, and obviously he's decided in the last few months, actually no, she's going to be full on known as queen, not consort, and it's again that's caused more anarchy as well.
I don't know. I do think it's one of them things, though. It sounds really silly, but I think people should have more important things to worry about in their lives. Like,
well, it doesn't. Again,
this will sound really silly,
help.
but I noticed bananas went up 25p last week when I went into
but again, it doesn't help. It doesn't help when we've paid for this today. By the way, our taxes are paid for this, and he's used 2 carriages, by the way, today. One a black and gold one to go there, and then used the Golden Jubilee carriage that his mum used in 2002 to come back with his wife, but pure gold. And we paid, and that's just taking like in the cost of living crisis of everyone, and everyone's struggling and all that. Everyone's like, seriously, you're taking the piss?
Yeah, because like for example, my dad of all people said this to me. He went, "Son, no one puts on a show like the British," and I was like, "Yeah, but you're paying for it."
Quite literally.
I mean, yeah, but you're paying for that show. Like, it ain't coming out of their pocket. It's coming out of your pocket. Like, you've paid for this. And it's like, yeah, but it's like shows off the world. So I don't care if the world think we can put on a party. I'd rather know that people are actually being fed. And I know this is goes like, oh, Tom grandstanding or whatever, but it makes me uncomfortable because of the amount of poverty in our country and things like that happen. And it's like there is literally better things that money could be spent on than making Americans think that we're really, really cool with our regal traditions and stuff. I've nothing against the traditions, by the way.
No.
I just don't get why it has to be so expensive to do it.
No,
maybe
exactly.
we could spend half the money on it, and let the single parents try and go without a meal to feed their child. Maybe have a meal rather than, oh yeah, their capes are really cool. Their capes are really cool. Well, I'll give them that, but you know what I mean. I kind of want a cape now. Like I should have it like for the trip on a Monday. I can like when Colonel like says something that is derisory about Leeds, I can like just shield myself from it via the cape. Everything's 100 times cooler if you have a cape, right? Superman wears his underwear on the outside of his tights, but he has a cape. But he has a cape, so everyone just forgets about it. But yeah, sorry, it was just you know.
Yeah.
The important thing is that Leeds are getting battered, but it's not embarrassing. Let's be fair. If we only concede another 2 in the second half, I'll be
still
thrilled.
positive. It's still a positive. It's an upgrade from previous weeks.
Well, yeah, but we're supposed to get battered here. We conceded 7 there last season.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah, the Bielsa, yeah.
To be fair to Bielsa, though,
we
also tried to score 7.
Yeah,
We didn't, but we tried.
and that was it goes back to our point earlier about going toe to toe these sort of teams when you haven't got the same sort of personnel, like for like talent
It
wise.
was
Just
the
like,
same week where we lost to Arsenal when we had 15-year-olds in the team. It was the same
yeah, we
week.
done was it
We
4-1 we
played
done
Man
as well,
City.
yeah.
Yeah, we played Man City, then Arsenal, and it was like
Yeah.
we obviously don't have the. We didn't even have our best team out in, and obviously our best team still can't really go toe to toe with them. But so we got what we expected to happen. Like that game against Arsenal shouldn't have happened.
It
It
shouldn't
should
have
have
done.
been called off.
But you know what?
The fact is,
The only reason it went ahead, is because every other game got called off because of COVID.
yeah, because the TV company were like, we've got to show something, and
Yeah.
Bielsa was too stubborn. Basically, Jurgen Klopp lied, right, and said that most of his team had COVID when they didn't.
No.
If I remember rightly.
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
When
he played coming against us a few months later. Yeah.
Yeah. Apologies if I did get parts of that wrong, but that was my understanding of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas Bielsa, they basically said to, I'm sure in the interview before they went, why didn't you try to get this game called off? And he went, because I can field the team.
Yeah.
He knew that team had no chance of winning, but because he could actually field a team, he was like, I want to play the match.
Yeah. And that was my point at the time when we obviously you're referring back to when we played them back in the first, or what was meant to be the first leg of the League Cup semi-final last season, and basically the day before they had a couple of players out with one or two players out initially with COVID, allegedly, and one suspension and an injury. So that's 4 players out, I think, overall. And what was it? And then suddenly you started hearing rumours a day and a half before the game was due to take place, which would have been at the Emirates first leg, by the way, initially. And then out of nowhere, everyone's returned a positive test, and the game's got to be called off. And then you read into it, and you look who's in charge of the EFL, Rick Parry, former Liverpool CEO, and all that. Nothing dodgy there, is there? And then you find out after the game's been played, once the game's, because obviously they moved the fixture about and basically made the Anfield leg the first leg in the end.
Yeah.
But as you're building up to that game and realising, hang on, suddenly they're all okay. And then obviously the reports started coming out that basically, they returned false positive COVID test. They basically said, we didn't realise at the time, but as soon as we realised, it was too late to do anything. Like bollocks! You just didn't want to risk losing the first leg basically against us and having an uphill struggle. But when we had a situation a couple of weeks later for the North London derby, we had to report that we did it. Like everyone else, X amount of COVID positive tests have come back, injuries as well, etc., etc. Suddenly, it's the worst thing in the world. How dare you do that, Arsenal? But when Liverpool did it, it was okay. And they did the whole squad. We only did a few. We only said a few players were out. They did the entire squad. But like you say, with Bielsa, he was happy enough saying, you know what, I can promote some of the youngsters in, give them some experience. Go on.
The only time I've ever actually been glad that a Leeds fixture got cancelled for COVID, because I just wanted to play football, was when we had Liverpool on Boxing Day and they cancelled it. And I was like, wonderful. I can actually enjoy Christmas and not have the fact that we're going to get murdered by Liverpool. Because then the rearranged fixture, we lost 6-0 in. And it's actually part of the week that got Bielsa sacked.
Oh, bloody hell.
Because we lost Liverpool 6-0, lost to Man United, we lost Man United 4-2 at home.
Yeah.
When we scored twice in a minute, we should have fucking beat them. Twice in a minute. Then we lost Liverpool 6-0 in the midweek, and then we lost 4-0 at home to Tottenham, and Bielsa went bye-bye. But that was the only time I was glad we had a fixture moved, because I knew we was going to get battered and it'd ruin Christmas.
That's fair enough.
Well, because we didn't have the players. All our
No.
players
Yeah. It would have been worse, 6-0 then, yeah.
Oh, it would have been 10. But yeah, I'd better disappear at some point because I've got
Yeah, you've got
to,
to jump
I've
over
got to
soon.
play Gary for an hour. I've been
That's not a
watching his
euphemism.
intros.
That's not a euphemism, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh dear, you got not yet
got a
about
fan.
9 minutes before you have to go over on Gary's channel. But yeah, well, it's not been a bad. Well, it could have been worse in terms of scoreline wise, but typical looks like Allardyce tactics: get everyone behind the ball and hope for the best. And the goalkeeper's a piece of shit who doesn't want to die for balls apparently, unless it's straight at him. Mr. Bungle says we lost the title when we drew to Liverpool, West Ham, and Southampton. All under fashion by City. The odds of Liverpool being of having 5 positive. Yeah, we said this at the time, Chris. Touching on that at the time, and then literally as we're touching on it, it then breaks out. Oh yeah, we sent false that Liverpool sent knowingly sent because obviously they tried to deny it and they knew it was false, like false positives. They knowingly sent false positives and got a game postponed just because of that. But they got that game postponed, by the way. That was on I think it was a Wednesday or Thursday. I can't remember now what day it was. But either way, the midweek game. But then literally come the weekend, Premier League comes around. Oh, we can field the team now. Sorry, what? So it's not you test you test the whole squad. They all come back positive. The rules at the time were they'd have to self-isolate for X amount of days. And in 3 to 4 days, they're all back to normal and everything's okay. That wasn't dodgy. That never looked into, by the way. Oh dear.
Yeah. So I'd better say before we go, thank you for having me on.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really awkward because you're still staying live while then I go and do Gary's channel.
Fine,
thing,
is what it is.
I'm gonna be like.
At least when we've got Gary coming in and going, what the hell are you doing in here this week?
Yeah, because as I told him, it was like I'll set up the show and I'll press the go live button. It's fine, and yeah, we'll see what happens because Spurs scored.
Yes, Spurs was a scene.
Have a guess who scored it. Have a guess who scored.
It wouldn't be Harold by any chance, will it?
It would. So yeah, if anyone. Not that I'm going to try and steal Ryan's viewership, but if anyone did happen to want to see me crying about Leeds, you know where to go. But
called Judas now.
No, that's why they do like windows. Like you can actually do both at the same time, allegedly.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, but thank you.
Yeah, no worries. I'll chat to you later anyway. Hopefully the second half better for you.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get 8 goals. We'll be lucky to get 8 corners. I'll take care, everyone. Thank you.
See you later. And then just me. Yay. Oh dear. Oh, boo, Tom. I mean, literally, these defenders sliced about 9 clearances. Yep, and that's not. And then one of them was sliced because a fucking goalkeeper threw himself over the place, and basically just dove away from the ball instead of getting himself in the way of the ball. Basically, again, Man City versus Leeds. You got your host, and Mikovic and Man City. Fair enough. And then we have good old Jamie Redknapp of Needham Hill, Southampton. No relation to Leeds whatsoever. And there's no relation for Leeds on the Bundridge team. It's a joke. Absolute joke. Oh, we would have had Robbie Keane, but he's on the coaching staff now at Leeds. Yeah, you could have got Jimmy Ford Hasselbank. He's one with Leeds. Yeah, UK coverage in terms of Bundridge teams is piss poor. Absolutely abysmal. But that first half, yeah, literally. I mean, 0-0 when Man City had the possession, as we was talking about before. They had all the possession, but they weren't doing nothing with it until Gundogan scored that first goal. and then open up a bit more threatening. Then went back quiet again and scored again. And then again, since 2-0, they're having the ball, Man City, but they're not looking threatening. That makes sense. They're still a bit of a threat, but not like we're come accustomed to. Man City, sorry. And Leeds every now and then get a bit of possession, but it only lasts about 5 minutes and they go back within themselves again. So in match week 21, we had around 60 points. So in the last 13 games, we have gotten like 17 to 18 points. Yeah, that's mainly, and I mean, there would have been more, obviously, if we hadn't done if we hadn't dropped the points against Liverpool, West Ham, and Southampton, respectively. If we've won them 3 games, obviously we would be in a better position league-wise as well in terms of the title race, but also we wouldn't be sitting here praying for Leeds in terms of today. Leeds to do us a favour. We'll be like, well, no matter what, we're still top. They're chasing us still, but no, it's us chasing Man City now. The last after today, 3 games to go for Man City. Well, Man City got 4. Man City got games. They've got 4 games, I think. I don't know. Because we've still got a game in hand against Brighton. We've got to play either way. But we got obviously 4 games to go until tomorrow, and then it goes down to 3. So we really do need something soon. We need to do. We need to go. A lot of Arsenal fans are sort of accepting we're going to drop points tomorrow against Newcastle away. We're not going to avenge what happened last year and this, that, and the other. But we need to. The team needs to. They need to respond to what happens today. What happened on midweek with West Ham, with Man City, and obviously today. No matter what happens in the scoreboard, the score was the result in the end today. They need to respond and go out and come out with the 3 points tomorrow. Otherwise, the league will be wrapped up on my birthday, and it'll be Man City winning it. That really don't in the mood for my birthday weekend. Put it that way. And then we just got to hope after tomorrow, assuming we get the win tomorrow, that obviously Real Madrid keep the game, either win the game 1-0 or something like that, or scrappy, or keep it tightly contested. So Man City still got something to go into the second leg and know they've got to keep fighting. And in between that, Everton host Man City obviously next weekend, and hopefully Everton pull up a miracle basically. And we just got to keep plugging away. That's what we've got to do now. For that. How old are you? Oh bloody hell! I was 34. I'll be 34 basically. I think I feel old. But yeah, we need to keep winning. Otherwise, yeah, it's going down that route where if it doesn't go down to the last day, the league will be wrapped up on my birthday weekend, and that's when we play Forest and all that. I don't know. I think they've got Chelsea that weekend themselves. That'd be a win for them probably. Trying to think now. Trying to think. Mine's gone blank. But yeah, we just got to say, we've just got to keep repeating myself. We've got to go to Newcastle tomorrow. One game at a time still, mentality-wise. But we've got to go to Newcastle and get the win. Keep the pressure. Keep a different sort of pressure being put on from us to City, but keep that pressure on Man City. Then obviously with them playing Madrid, and with Everton being away and always sort of been a bogey ground for them over the years, but difficult place to go to and get the wins and all that normally. We just got to hope Everton actually fight next week and actually take something, and we then obviously play Brighton. If we can still in the next over the next week beat Newcastle, beat Brighton, and with 2 games to go, we're still depending on obviously what happens with them in Everton next week. I'm trying to think what it is now. Is it a point ahead of us going before today's game? I'm trying to think. My head's gone blank. So yeah, they're going to win today. That makes them 4 because they're a point ahead, I believe. So that makes them 4 points clear. If we win tomorrow, they're down to a point. If they drop points against Everton, be it a draw or a loss, it will either be a point or 2. We beat Burnley. We beat Brighton. Sorry, we go back to top after Brighton. Then by some miracle. Again, that's depending on obviously us winning tomorrow, Everton doing it, either drawing or beating Man City, and us then beating Brighton. And then we go into the last 2 games against Forest and Wolves. It's kind of back in our hands, but obviously they've got to play Brighton themselves in their game in hand. So it's still not in our hands fully because they've got that game in hand against Brighton, but it is Brighton and they've got something to fight for themselves. So it's not going to be easy for either of us playing Brighton, but you know what I'm saying. We've just got to plug away. We've just got to keep doing our thing and hope somewhere along the line they drop points against the Brighton, against Brentford, against possibly by some miracle Chelsea, or what was I say? Brighton, Brentford, Everton, and Chelsea. If they can drop points in 3 of them games, and we win the last 4, we know what's going to happen. But it's out of our hands at the moment. And I hate it. I hate being in a title race at this position of the season where we're relying on other teams to help us out a bit here. Where the whole season we've been chased, and then now suddenly, because of 3 games, is out of our hands now. Oh, it is what it is, though. I'll put my light on in a sec because it is very dark behind me. Oh, God. I will be doing one of these Man City watch songs. They will fucking drop points if it kills me. If it kills me. This obviously between now and in the season. Obviously, the only one I can't do obviously is last game because I'm at the last game with Arsenal. So hopefully we Gary. Hopefully I have to have a chat with Gary and see if he can take over for today. Oh dear. That could be interesting. But yeah, we have to win. The way things are going, we have to win tomorrow and next week to take it to the last game of the season. We definitely have to win our next 2 games. Oh dear. So Bournemouth probably going to win that now against Chelsea. It's 1-1 at the moment at half time. Tottenham, obviously, we always had already. Winning 1-0 against Palace. Now Palace is safe to take the foot to gas, clearly. And Wolves versus Villa losing 1-0. It's half time, obviously, still not. Yeah, and obviously Liverpool played Brentford at Anfield. Come on, Brentford. Need Brentford not need to win obviously today, but keep the results going, ticking over to the last game. Because if we can take it to the last game of the season, and they've got something to fight for themselves, they're at home against Man City. So if they've got something to fight for a European spot, for example, it goes in our favour. If they're just outside, but they need a win to get inside the European spots, be it Conference League or whatever, that could go in our favour as well. Oh dear. But it's totally all foreshore. Doing tight his boots. You would have thought he would have done that before he came out. There's Big Sam. All suited and booted. Next to no fans in the stands because they're all fucking in the concourse getting lashed up. Report from an Hinchcliffe, Jesus Christ. 2-2. Not that quick. I want to. There's got to be the Hibs game, isn't it? That's 2-2. Even that, you're just trying to pull my leg. No, really? Like I'm that naive, it'd be 2-1 or 2 so quickly. Into the second half. Oh dear. If Leeds can pull something back early on and cause a bit of a, oh, what? They've scored against us? And just keep plugging away and nick it, I'll be grateful. But from what I've seen so far, obviously, yeah, not expecting it. It is what it is, though. Oh dear, I really didn't want to do this, guys. Hence why I put the vote out to you guys. because obviously the original plan after the international break was to literally cover every Arsenal man's, obviously every Arsenal game in the title race, but every Man City game as well until the title race was completely. I haven't seen the players game, to be honest, so I don't know. I need to check the stats on that. It just feels like they're safe now and everything. Oh well, it is what it is. No, you keep winning and drag Chelsea down the mire, please. Gotta say now. No, it's completely gone. It will end to. If it does. If it does, I'll be extremely grateful. But yeah, from what I've seen in the first half, not holding any hopes up. But yeah, I was saying, yeah, cover it until it's mathematically impossible. It's not mathematically impossible. Until it is literally the title race is done, confirmed that who's going to win the title. The plan was obviously for the international break to cover every Arsenal, also every Man City league game until it was done. Not knowing what was around the corner for Arsenal in terms of the title race, with all of the 3 games that we dropped points in terms of the 3 draws, I mean, and the pumping we got against City. Wasn't expecting any of that, but now I'm here, glutton for punishment, and then that's why I thought, you know what, I'll give you guys the vote. Close, I mean, for people to vote, it was close in the end, but bloody hell, I mean, oh dear. Oh my god. The thing is, Leeds do need a result today. Now I know knowing what they've got lined up next, like Newcastle, Tottenham, and all that, and West Ham for the last 3 games, they need to get some. They need to get something out of this game. They need to get the head at the backside, hit the crossbar hard, and bloody hell, I was offside. Flag went up. Yeah, Haaland hits the ball. I've seen it now. Literally, the flag's gone up, so offside. It will be ruled out for offside. But was he offside? Here's a big question. Laporte is miles off. Yeah, he's the one that obviously would have got the assist. So it would have been Laporte, Eric Laporte with the offside basically. And that goes to prove my point about fucking Leeds. The guys like to fight for it in terms of their survival, and they're just not showing anything yet. I feel sorry for. I do genuinely feel sorry for Tom. If anything positive happens, obviously, if Leeds do score a goal in this game, second it happens, we'll literally screen share and get up Gary's channel quickly just to see Tom's reaction as it happens, basically. Oh dear. Oh god. Oh dear. Let's have a look at the stats actually. Sorry about that. For the this game, I did say I didn't look at the stats as sort of score, so let's have a look at the stats. If it wants to load up, that'd be fantastic. There we go. Stats: 56 to 44% in possession in favour of Tottenham's favour. Oh, okay. In terms of attacking stats, both had 4 shots. Both had a 1 shot on target. Obviously, Tottenham was a goal. Bastards. And 2 shots off target. 339, 3 and 269 passes. Clear cut chances, none to 2. Corners 4 to 3. It's close in the stats. The Nightman Nemeth. Leeds United will need 2 pence at least to have a 50% chance of scoring today. They fucking defend first. No, defending will be okay. Look at Bournemouth stats. Let's have a look. Chelsea got all the possession, 68% possession to 32. They've had 5 shots, 3 on target, compared to Bournemouth's 4 and 2 on target, and they've had 2 off target each. 182 passes completed from Bournemouth and 378 from Chelsea. Yeah. Again, Chelsea haven't been doing the nine share stuff attacking wise, but getting found out every time on the attack, on the opposition, whoever their opposition is on the attack. Any other team would have punished Man City, Edison, for that. By the way, so they're basically long ball, typical Sam Allardyce thing. Long ball over the top, and fucking Edison's rushed out, completely mistimed it. He's run out. He realised he's outside the box, so he couldn't catch it. So he had to head it for his body, and basically, as I say, any other team would have been in position. Players would have been in position to punish them there. Tom was in a dark room, quite literally in a dark room. He's always in a dark room. What is he not in the dark room? Oh dear. Oh days. And I was like, Man City in the attack here, throwing with the ball in. No, all over the side. Not going to go Mahrez to Lewis to Alvarez. Ball in. Haaland. Easy save, routine save for the goalkeeper. If that goes in, that's bad on the goal. That's even worse than the goalkeeper. I've had a go for both fucking goals so far. At this point, I don't see Leeds staying up. They waited too long to change managers. Well, not even they waited too. The first time, obviously, if you're referring to the first time around with, I can't remember the name now. Is that Carl Walker getting? Carl Walker's getting ready to come on for some reason. Yeah, Carl Walker. It's Ake. Oh, Ake's going off. An injury, maybe. So his shin pad off. You're going to go down the tunnel. If he goes down the tunnel, that's an injury. He's got his shin pad. He's got one of his shin pads holding in his hand. Yeah, he's going down a tunnel. That might be good because obviously he's been in form recently. He's settled in now at City, and he's picked up form this second half of the season. Became a regular for City in the formation they're currently playing in. So you've got Real Madrid around the corner. That's not what you need if you're a Man City fan. Leeds, punish the bastards, please. Punish the fucking bastards. Do us all a favour, please. Because as it stands, I'll look at the table. I'll give it a table up now. One second. Yeah, as it stands, table is Southampton 24 points, bottom of the league. They're gone. Even a friend of the family that's a Southampton, he's acknowledged that it's the end of their time in the Premier League and all that. Everton 19th on 29 points. Forest on 30 points, and in the relegation zone 18th because of their goal difference. Because obviously these got 30 points as well. So Leicester, Forest's goal difference is fucking awful. Minus 32, and you've got mostly minus 26 and minus 13 respectively. And West Ham on 34. This is as it stands, and obviously Forest play Leicester. Forest play Southampton on Monday night as well, so that could be at home as well. So really, these two need to win because obviously, if Forest were to win at home to Southampton on Monday, Leeds are in the bottom three, and as Tom said earlier, if Everton get a point tomorrow because of their slight better goal difference, they would be Leeds would drop in that way as well. Then we're saying I can't see Man City dropping any points. Well, they're not going to drop points when the teams. Wales. This is what does me in though. First half of the season, teams were going to Man City and going toe to toe and showing up, literally showing Man City up in fucking their home form basically, and taking points off them. Be it the Frank Lampard 1-1 draw after the World Cup, Brentford before the World Cup, the 2-1 win. Fulham almost won there, or almost took a point as well. At one point in that game at the Etihad and all that. Suddenly, it's come to the end of it's coming to the end of the season. The teams I've mentioned have got something to fight for. I know Brentford haven't played Brentford yet, but the two other teams I've mentioned, or Everton next week. So, yeah, sorry, Fulham had something to fight for every week in terms of European football, and gave up 2 cheap goals. Rodrigo's getting ready to come on. Congratulations for keeping Chelsea up. Yeah, well, is that you saying they're 2-1 up now? That's it. Oh, let's have a look. How's that not a corner? I don't know. No, still 1-1. But yeah, as I was saying, all these teams that are causing City problems beforehand, suddenly are like, we've got something to fight for, but we're not going to bother now. We're going to let you steamroll us like you normally would. We've still got something to fight for. It's taking the piss. Ganato's been taken off, by the way, as well. 2 Leeds subs for Sam Greenwood and Rodrigo have been brought on. So Sam Greenwood is now have to go off of Gary's channel quickly to go and make an appearance for Leeds. And Ganato has been taken off as well. I pronounce his name. Okay. The Italian lad. Oh dear God. Oh dear. Oh, is he offside or is he onside? Let's have a look. But he fucks anyway. Fucking Jack Harrison, you piece of shit. How he's got given a new contract. Only Leeds would almost sell a player, have a U-turn and decide to keep him, and then give him a new contract 3 weeks later. And he's crap. For what they need, he ain't good enough. Just there. Chance to cause an anarchy. Throws himself in between it. He could have passed it off into space for one of his teammates to run onto. Oh no. I am Jack Harrison. Look at me. I'm going to take on Man City's defence on my own. Oh fuck, I lost the ball. Sorry guys. Here we go. Oh, over. What? Just misjudged that cross there. Oh my god, Luke Ayling, you're a prick. Seriously, Jack, mate, take a touch. Why have you got to do this? I don't want to ball you over mentality. You had time there. You had so much space. You could have took that down, run in a bit more space, not cross it in. No, oh my god. Oh dear. Blame Gary. Gary's the one that's done a disappearing act on his own channel today. For whatever reason, he decided, oh, I can't host it. I need to show it to go out. So Tom, you're taking over. Because running to space there, picked out his teammate properly. Oh no, I was ball coming to me on the volley. Ball literally on the volley, trying to cross it on the volley. That was going to work, wasn't it? From the angle he was at. Jesus. Good. Some of my Easter chocolate that I've still got. I haven't lost a few of these yet. Oh, is it the post? Is it the crossbar now? Is it the post? Bloody hell. What a fool. No, he's got his record now. He won't score another goal. No, he's got that Premier League record, guys. He's going to make it so difficult. He's going to make it look hard to score. Make it. See, the league's not that easy. Even though I read the record, it's not that easy to score, guys. I'm not a machine. Leave me alone. I'm not a test tube baby. Oh my god. Eyes. Yeah, Leeds ain't scored. Leeds could be playing this game, this fixture, for the rest of the weekend, but they ain't scoring. Trust me on that one. But hey, that for punishment, and this is what you guys wanted, so I hate you all. Joking. Yeah, I think he's like 15 or so goals away from the Dean Dixie record. Something like that, I think. Don't quote me on it, though. All the other scores are still 1-0 between Spurs and Palace and Wolves and Villa. It's still 1-1 between Bournemouth and Chelsea, respectively. Do we have a goal? No, COVID. Yeah, rightly so. After he's cock up 5-10 minutes ago, get Jack Harrison off, as they have. And it's that young, what's his name? Somerville has come on for Leeds. Don't start that bollocks again. I'm not in the mood for your bollocks. That was soft, but okay. Right, the cherry and mint flavoured after eights now. Yay. But don't chase the cherry at all. It's literally just an after eight. It's mint, but it's still got cherry in it, but it doesn't smell like it or taste like it, to be honest. It tastes like a normal after eight mint, being honest. Yeah, basically, Steve. Yeah, that's basically the case. Off the Walnut for a corner from Mara's free kick. Oh dear. Not much nice in this game. It's just it's playing. It's petering out now. Oh my god! What do Leeds have to? If Leeds hadn't considered them 2 goals to be 0-0, obviously captain obvious here, but for me, it needs to be like exciting. Like, oh, maybe just maybe Leeds might get something. But this is just like, I'd rather go like and watch paint dry. That's saying something. Every man behind the ball and trying, they're even trying to get the ball leads. Fucking hell. Get rid of the bastard thing. No, you've got the pressure on. Morris literally threw. Oh my god. Morris, I was getting challenged to the ball. Fair challenge and all that. Realised he was about to lose the ball and screamed out loud and literally just dropped to the floor. With no actual tackle made to make him go down. He went down and got a free kick. Wow. Wow. Put him in an Arsenal shirt. See if that happens. Kevin De Bruyne. Stand over the free kick. He's going to lump it in. Yeah, lumping it in. Oh, goalkeeper actually caught it. You know, comes out commanding and catches the ball. It's a miracle. It does look, to be honest. Yes. Joel Roberts, how you pronounce his fucking name, got a bit of a stomach on him, like the old school goalkeeper sort of stomach. So say, if you're old enough to know, you know. The fuck was that, you mongrel? All falls to you. It's getting that thing of, fuck, try and get something. Oh, get the ball, bit of possession, and work something out. Not just go, boom, don't want it. There you go. Oh my days. City on the attack for the 1000th time today. De Bruyne dives, gets a free kick. And in the meantime, Leeds players, someone of Leeds has been booked as well. Rodriguez has been booked for a dive. From De Bruyne diving, to be clear. De Bruyne dives and Rodriguez has been booked for a foul. Wow. Airily similar to the Nunez dive the other day against Fulham. But that's not in the penalty box this time. Yeah, that's it. He's put McKennie, one of the smallest players on the pitch, on Haaland. What could go wrong there? Morris tried something sneaky there, almost worked out, but thankfully the goalkeeper actually held on to his own fucking ball. Keeper's not aware, that's 3-0. Put it that way. What do you think of QR against Chelsea? I want to see more, but I thought you looked comfortable and could be a He looked fine. One little moment we kicked the ball from the end, so didn't like he didn't want it, but then once you're settled, didn't look out of place, and as I say, it looked completely fine. I might have saw him on Tuesday, sorry. Yeah, fair play to the lad. A lot of pressure put on him in that game, and he lived up to it. He lived up to it, took it on, and didn't look out of place at all. But yeah, I would obviously don't want to get too carried away. We do want to see a bit more of him between now and or just in general, basically. Obviously, the internet season as well, not just the occasional appearance just because of injuries or whatever. At least two of the last 3 games at home for Leeds anyway. I mean, for Leeds, just got the fixtures up on the screen. 2 of the last 3 games are at home, so that could help them out. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. It isn't. One of them is against Tottenham, so there's hope there. Really, this is really just playing them out to Tom will be celebrating over on the other on Gary's channel now, thinking, no, 8-5-0, woohoo, we've survived. There's improvement, guys. And 2 more subs are getting ready to come on. Strook and Harrison. Not Harrison. Ryan, you look stressed. No, I'm just, as I say, I'm just like, I'm bored because the game's dead. It's not. Man City got their lead and they're just going through the motions, and Leeds aren't even trying. It's just like, seriously. I mean, you wouldn't think the way Leeds approach this game is going 1-0, 2-0 respectively. Especially in the second half, it's like you'd think they're comfortable, and there's no fear of them getting relegated. Like they're mid-table, they're fine, they're not getting relegated, but they're not getting European football. They're just like their feet are up on and they're on the beach. But hey. Heard Gabriel should be alright for the next match. Hoping that's true. Hopefully, yeah. Otherwise, we've got Rob Holding alongside QR, and that's an accident waiting to happen. That's not a dig at QR even. With all due respect to Rob Holding, he's got experience, but yeah. For Kiwa to work long term, he needs to be playing alongside the Sleebers and Gabriels of this world. Pastor Gimbal. Not the pass I would have made, but okay. Jesus Christ, this game doing my head in. Oh, my days. There the other games going. Let's have a look. Bournemouth still 1-1. Obviously, this game's still 2-0. And both Spurs and Wolves are winning 1-0. So no change there. Wolverhampton pulled one back against Hibs. So it's 2-1. Bundesliga, anything going off there? Nothing yet. Syria. Nothing to write home about. What was that? Milan beat Lazio AC. I mean, ahead of their Milan derby midweek, which I will be covering on the channel, by the way. So again, hopefully a bit with no stress level at all. It turns out to be a good game, basically. Oh my god. Oh dear. One of two last ever Champions League ties to take place at the San Siro as we know it. It happens to have both Manans in it, so they've got 2 7-0 games to the price of 1, effectively. That's going to be interesting, that. Okay, now. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You would expect, and I know he's only been there a few days, but you would expect him to have Bollock at half time, and we'd see some sort of reaction in the second half. I've seen nothing. Every time they get the ball, it's literally like, oh, the ball's fallen to me. The ball's got to me on the volley cross, but there's no one there, but apart from a Man City defender. It's like they've gone out their way now. They've accepted defeat. They've accepted they're not going to win today. They're taking a defeat and hoping they're going to get. And it's like they're hoping that they'll get enough points from the last 3 games to keep themselves up. Forgetting that Forest, for example, Everton are playing tomorrow. I don't know they're playing tomorrow, but they're playing tomorrow. They draw, as Tom said earlier, then Leeds are dragged into the bottom 3. And if then Forest beat Southampton on Monday night, that's 3 games put Forest, 3 points gained by Forest over Leeds with 3 games to go, which could be crucial. Let's be brutally honest there. Offside, but okay. Furbo should have left that, then not bad. Honestly, when Leeds came up, I didn't think 3 seasons later they'd be in this situation. I thought first season they might, even though especially with no fans and all that, might be the bedding in season they needed a struggle, bedding and all that. But they finished in the top 10 for fuck's sake. And then, as you say, the owners thought, oh, that's okay then. We had a couple of additions here and there, but we won't actually improve what we actually need to improve on. We'll use this championship side to fucking keep going. And it's come back and it almost backfired last year. They just put a skin in their teeth to 5. Then there's play that kept them up last year. They sold, haven't really replaced him. Then pretty much bought half the USA squad. Then literally sacked the manager after their winter window and all that. And then head. Oh my god! And then hired Javier Garcia. Started off well, Javi as well. And then after the international break, Bamford's been taken off, so the big man's been the target man's now taken off. Well, hey, that makes sense. Well done, Sam. That ain't accepting defeat. I don't know what it is. I don't like Bamford, put it that way. Yeah. I don't know what to say really. Nimbus asking who will go down. Southampton, the easy one, Southampton. They're gone. Even my friend of the family that I know, who's a big Southampton fan, to be fair, he's been saying, I've been trying to boost his confidence over the season and all that, every time I see him and all that, but because from just before they sacked Hasenhüttl, he was like, we're going down. I thought, no, there's worse teams in this league than what you guys have got. You'll be fine in the end. But it's the ownership there fucked up. Once they sacked Hasenhüttl, they went and got that Nathan Jones guy. Clearly the wrong choice, because that's effectively what relegated them in the end. Hiring a guy that hasn't got that know-how in the league to somehow pull off a miracle in the relegation scrap. And then you sack him with no idea who you want to bring in this time round. And then he put in a caretaker guy, and after one game, you go, you beat Chelsea? You got the job. And look what's happened since. Nothing's really changed. As Southampton there, performance-wise, I do fear that obviously they're going to go down. I don't see them bouncing back next season. Honestly, I don't. Walcott will retire as well. Ward-Prowse might even leave, which could really fuck him. And then, yeah, as I say, I don't see with the ownership anything changing in terms of getting a squad good enough to come back up straight from the off. So I think they'll be screwed for a couple of years again, like they were last time round. I hate to say it, but I'm not seeing anything different today from Leeds. So I think Leeds are gone. Oh, you're saying goal. Oh, penalty. Penalty, not even to Leeds, to Man City in the 82nd minute. You're saying Lampard is a legend, so what's the score? Oh, piss off, Bournemouth. He had one job today, one job. And who the fuck is that? Is that the guy that scored against us the other night? Oh, no, Gundogan's on a hat-trick. Don't be silly. Haaland is not taking that pen. We've got, even though he should because he's going for a record here. Gundogan's on a hat-trick. Need to take the emphasis off of Haaland for a game or so. Fucking Leeds. Yeah, that's what I think. Southampton, I think Leeds are going. Don't want them to go, but I think they're going because I'm not seeing anything different today from Leeds. And it's 4 games to go. You can't afford to write these sort of games off, and they've gone for the emotions today. Felt no real threat whatsoever, and just accepted that Man City are going to pump them. They've been done. Oh, he missed. Gundogan took the penalty. Keeper went the right way. I don't know if he got a hand to it, but he hit the post in the end. He did smack off the post. I don't know if Robel's got a hand to that to push it onto the post, though. But Gundogan got cocky and fucking hell. I need to see a replay to see the goalkeeper got a hand to that. If he did, that's a good save to be fair to him then. Oh, no, I don't think he did. He came off his hand in the rebound, but he goes. Well, that doesn't help. Fucking Rodrigo's in the way there. Either way, that's a horrendous miss. But yeah, he didn't have to. I was going to say, he didn't have fucking Gundogan didn't have to take it. This is Sky, by the way, in the Sky Sports app. Huge goal. Frank Lampard is heading for his first win since his return to Chelsea. Oh, game on. Suddenly, from missing a penalty, Leeds have got a goal. 2-1. Come on, Leeds. Yeah. Come on. You got 6 minutes plus injury time. Let's go over to the time quickly. Quick. Oh, don't. They can't drop. They cannot. Surely they can't drop points. Let's go over to Gary's channel, aka Tom's live stream. Oh, quickly. And then we're going to go smash that like button, by the way. Then we're going to come back over to here. Then we're going to go present, share screen. Thank you very much. Let's see Tom's reaction. So pick up the screen here so I don't get any trouble.
They absolutely loved him. Blackpool are a rubbish team, unfortunately. They're not very good. And he was
Come on, Leeds. Good goal, actually.
At 17, 18 years old. So, I definitely want him to come back to Arsenal, bulk up a bit over the summer, put him a bit the best. Great for you. Fantastic. He scored. Brilliant. I think he can really develop well. So, I definitely want Patino to come back. I'd rather sell on.
Goal, Leeds United, Rodrigo.
Well done. Leeds scored.
Come on, Leeds.
I don't know if he should stick around just in case.
Sorry, Sam.
But yeah, no, it's great. Great for you. Fantastic. Leeds scored. It's brilliant.
Sam's so enthusiastic, by the way. Thinking, means nothing.
Virgin Night isn't better than Patino, in my opinion. Yet Patino's been allowed to leave for nothing. Vieira's been kept at 35 million. I don't get it. Saliba is getting the number 2. Bye, Tom. That didn't work. Hi, Tom. I got a bit
Oh,
clever.
Chelsea, 3-1 is it?
2-1. Yep. Gundogan missed out on a hat trick, hits post on a penalty. Oops.
Oh dear, Mr. Judas at Nike, Mr. Tom. I just want to see these reactions when they score, because it's like you scored a goal, but does it too late? I mean, there's that nowhere, to be fair, because I did see them scoring today. I go back and watch the stream. I've said it, especially the second half. I said it. They don't look like they're going to score. Yeah, Felix with the goal, 3-1. So Chelsea are safe for another year, and they're in the currently, if things are going, 2 points clear of Palace and Wolves, even though Wolves are winning. So Wolves are winning still, aren't they? Say that now. Yeah. So they're safe, but it's like you take their piss now. Bournemouth, you had one job today. We wanted a 007 situation with Frank Lampard. You've done us out of a 007. You've given Frank Lampard a win. He might keep. Actually, you know what? He might keep the job. So actually, well done, Bournemouth. Oh dear. But imagine if Bournemouth had actually pulled that head at their ass saying won. Because Bournemouth had won, that would have been what, 40, 41, 42. They would have been on 42 points instead of Chelsea. Bastards, I hate you, Bournemouth, from one side, but I love you because you might actually convince them to give him the job full time. Same as their last 8 games, exactly. It's just, I don't know. I think that's a bit of a Bournemouth knowing they're safe. They took their foot off the gas today and allowed Chelsea to do what they've done today. And they had to win at some point. Going, you know what? It might be a good thing, though, from an Arsenal perspective. Chelsea getting a win, confidence wise, because in a couple of weeks time they play Man City at the Etihad. So that could be a blessing in disguise in that sense as well. Could, I don't think it will, but you never know. Come on, Leeds. I actually celebrate the Leeds goal when it wasn't even an equalising goal. It was just like, oh, they're back in the game. Oh, game on, sort of thing. Like from almost going 3-0 down to being at the 2-1. Like, oh yeah. It proves again City's defensive reachable. So why is no one fucking attacking them for the entire 90 minutes, home or away, all of a sudden in the league? I'm aiming that at Arsenal as well. Absolute joke. Oh dear. Right, it's the phone load itself up again. 1 sec. 4 added minutes apparently. Take the corner. Have to make sure they get the 3 points. No shit. 4 minutes. Come on, Leeds. Please, Leeds. You're teasing me now. You're teasing. It's not fair. And again, it's a title race. He says a title race. And look at the amount of empty seats that are now appearing at the Etihad. You know, fans are genuinely getting up and like City fans are actually getting out of their seats and leaving for the full-time whistle in a title race. But that would never be mentioned. Chelsea on the way up. Yeah. As I say, it could be a blessing. They could literally go, we won a game, give him the job full time. Sorry, Poch, we've got Fat Frank. Oh dear, give him the job for give him a lifetime contract. You get touched on that, Rico? Apparently not. It's going back to Peter now, isn't it? Oh, I hate Leeds so much for giving me this last minute hope. Oh dear. On the other hand, if it was to happen, then if you're spot on, then do you have this week's lottery numbers by any chance? And McKenna's been booked for his ref, mate. Seriously, I know that like big team versus small team and all that, but my God, it could be more obvious about it. There's fucking. Is this game being that dead? It's literally still 1-0 between Tottenham and fucking Palace. Jesus. The stats. Yeah, literally, it's been absolutely woeful. Jesus, I'm not looking at I've been doing that tonight. Gundogan's now been taken off. Player of the match. He misses a penalty. Potentially could be given these a lifeline because they don't have everything to score like minutes late. A minute so late. Yeah, exactly. That's my head. Even we didn't do that back in the George like the early the George Graham era, and even in the Wenger era, we never left Highbury in the midst of a title race. No matter how comfortable you were, might be in the league. Especially, what was it? The Chester. Oh, I haven't I? Yeah. No, no matter how, especially now 3 or 4 season when we obviously went unbeaten, we never left Highbury literally up before the end of a game. Every fan stayed there to the bitter end of every single home game, every single away game, obviously. But the point is, the home fans here. That's what the fans are going down that route nowadays. Of we're fine, we're okay. Don't say if you're going to go, we're Man City now. We're going to walk it. We're hey. And that's another reason I want them to. I want them to fluff their lines at some point, even if not today now, against Everton next week, against Brentford, even at Chelsea, or they're going against Brighton. If they can fluff their lines in 2 of them 4 games I've mentioned, it gives us some sort of chance. I'll take it. Chelsea staying up. That's 3-1, isn't it? It's finished. Yeah, it is what it is. The hope was there. It was not a dream for a moment. Whistle's about to go any moment now, by the way. Any moment now. Just waiting for that whistle to go and then we can piss off out of here. There we go. Full-time whistle's gone. Leeds lose 2-1. Bit of a weird one. Doesn't feel like a 2-1 sort of game, but Man City went for the motions. For most of the game, it's like Man City going through the motions of we are the home team, we are the top of the league. Is it sort of in our hands now? It's ours to lose and all that malarkey. You're Leeds, we're going to beat you. And Leeds just went, oh, you're Man City, you won't beat us, so we'll just give you the points. And until like the last few, and then literally until what? I'm trying to think now. Until Gundogan missed that penalty. Man, Leeds attacking wise did fuck all in this game. It took for Gundogan to miss a penalty hitting the post for them to go run at the other ends and basically have a pop shot, get a goal, and give people, oh, we might get something here. But even then, in what was the 88th minute, something like that, when the goal went in, whatever it was, or whenever it was, 86th, 88th minute, whatever, you would have thought, Leeds players like, oh, we got a goal. Okay, let's go for it. Let's get the ball back in. Let's start pinning them back and make them work for it. Nope. Went back to what it was before and literally just going through the emotions of, well, we've got a goal. We're not getting battered. Let's keep going. And that could come back and bite them in the arse now. But Man City now top of the table. Well, we're top of the table anyway, but they're on 82 points. So the first team out of the 2 to reach over the 80-point mark this season. It should have been us, but we dropped points along the 3 draws done us out of that. But it is what it is there. But we now know we're 4 points behind them. We have to win tomorrow at Arsenal against Newcastle away. Yay! So yeah, we have to go again on that side of things. We know we always knew we had to win this one anyway. It was a long shot for Leeds to get anything from this game. Massive long shot, but we go again. From an Arsenal perspective, we go again and see what happens tomorrow. We win tomorrow, obviously good. Keeping pressure on them. We're not going anywhere, sort of thing mentality. and then see what happens, and then obviously go on to next week. We'll then playing Everton in between the Champions League semi-final against Real Madrid. And we got to beat Brighton as well. We've just got to keep plugging away. If we were, as long as we win tomorrow, and then they play before us. By the way, let's have a look. They play before us next week. Let's have a look. Friday the 12th. What we got on the 12th? Anything? We're going for skip past it. Once you take forever to load up. No Premier League games there. Okay. Saturday. I think we play Sunday. I think. Anyway. If you could load up, that'd be fantastic, guys. All right, fun next week. Hey. Leeds with some Newcastle with the Spurs on a Saturday. So we both playing on Sunday, aren't we? Yep. Everton and City played for us, but on the they both played on Sunday next week, but they play Everton away, and then we're playing afterward at home against Brighton at 4:30 kickoff. Ooh, it could be interesting. So again, obviously, we don't get ahead of ourselves here, but we have to win tomorrow for it to be a possibility at the full-time whistle against Brighton. We have to win tomorrow. There's no if, buts, or maybes. Anything less than a win, then City suddenly have a solid hand on that league title, and that's the worst thing possible. Because then, as I said about my birthday, the week before the end of the season, could be wrapped up by on that weekend, and I might actually have a meltdown. Not on air, just literally like, so yeah, we just got to go to the market. We know we always knew where to win tomorrow, but now it just rams it up. And we just got to keep mentally at it, basically. Everton are happy that Dixie Dean is better than Haaland. The season's not over yet. He might still break the record. We don't know. It's Haaland after all. Oh dear, might cry. Or actually might cry. Not now, obviously, but end of the season if we don't turn this back round to our advantage. It will happen on your birthday. Don't say that now, don't. We just got to do our thing tomorrow. Like I say, I keep saying it, but we just got to go to Newcastle tomorrow. Show that we're still fighting for this title. Get the 3 points. Keep the pressure on them. And hopefully, this week being of all weeks as well, with them playing Madrid midweek and then Everton on Sunday, is away at Everton as well. And Everton actually are showing some fight under Sean Dyche, especially at home. That you never know, they might nick a point. Again, it's not time you can. At our times, we've got to take something from teams taking something from City, whatever it may be, and then we just got to take advantage. Then against Brighton, a couple hours or so later. Oh dear! But we go first and foremost. We go to tomorrow. But yeah, I'm going to wrap things up now, guys. I'm going to go and do myself some dinner. Oh dear! Pardon me. Yeah, going to have myself some dinner, get myself sorted, set up the stream for tomorrow's kickoff. See if Liam's around, if he's not too hungover to join us. I'm going, all that. And yeah, back tomorrow. What time it is now? We didn't late kickoff again. It should be. It is Newcastle versus Arsenal. It should be the late kickoff. Need to double check though. See you tomorrow. Yeah, thanks. The Arsenal Misfit. I'll see you tomorrow as well when this thing loads up. That'd be fantastic. Yeah, 4:30. I'm saying we're not only game, are we? Bloody hell. Yeah, 4:30. So we'll be going live at 4 o'clock UK time. And yeah, be down watching it on Sky downstairs. And it's live. It's Arsenal game and it's live. I do not want to be watching it up here. Where anything behind, if anything happens, you guys will be in the chat going, yeah, or nay, or it's the end of the world, or yeah, we're still in the title race. We have the hope still. Oh dear. But yeah, So yeah, 4 o'clock. Sorry, might be doing match of the day tonight. See how the other game goes tonight. See if it's worth sticking around and doing that tonight. I'll let you guys know about it. But we do. I assume we do that match of the day tonight. More likely we will, but you never know. If it comes up, I'll let you know. I think that'll be around 10:15 tonight. And obviously tomorrow's 4 o'clock. We're going live. Half hour. We'll go for the teams. Everyone gets settled in and all that malarkey. Get your predictions in, etc., as we always do. And hopefully get beyond the team. Hopefully they get the result that we really do much need. Now with obviously today's result, obviously midweek was the game against West Ham and tonight's result basically going against us both. In the end, yeah, it is what it is. Oh dear. We go tomorrow, and then Monday we're back again. Monday for the podcast, and making a return to the channel and all that. Get that back up and running after a couple of weeks hiatus, and then trying to think, in Milan derby midweek at some point. If it's Tuesday and Wednesday, I need to check what that is. But we are covering the Milan derby first and second leg respectively in the Champions League, and then I'm trying to think. From now on in, I'll keep you updated basically from now on in because literally I've got planning out the rest of the week for tonight and tomorrow, basically. But apart from that, hopefully you've enjoyed the show, guys. If you haven't already, do smash that like button and do subscribe if you haven't already, and do share the content around. It does massively help the channel grow, obviously. And yeah, see you on the other side. And as always, buzzing there. As always, up the Arsenal. Come on, you guys.